Hey, what's going on? Let's talk about the LetShuoer S12. This is a planar IEM, and it has been for a while in the market. So in terms of packaging, there's nothing too special because you already watched some videos about it. Yeah, so paperwork, the interior of the packaging. So yeah, nothing too special. This version, my version is an S12, gunmetal gray, planar IEM, sensibility 102 decibels, impedance 16 ohms. Despite of the low impedance indicator, it requires a good source, a good amplification. I would say all planars requires a good amplification. Of course, you can hear your music through these IEMs using a common smartphone. That's perfectly fine, but the sound would be like tiny, shy, in a sense. So it is better, way much better, if you can use a better source than just your laptop or even a smartphone. So yeah, my version, let's start with this. It comes with a 4.4 balance termination. This cable is really awesome to me. This is like a $500 or $300 cable. This is perfect. What I have here is the S12 base version with a silver copper cable coming from Planar audio store. This is a very nice cable. To me, this is perfect. This termination, not pre-formed, it can rest in your ear very well. It fits perfectly fine to my ears. So yeah, these are the memory foam ear tips, which I do not use. Very nice ear tips, but I don't use them. So yeah, the ergonomics fits perfectly fine, beautifully. It sits in my ears. This is the nozzle, common shell. In terms of nothing too outstanding, but the ergonomics definitely they are outstanding. So yeah, this is a planar 14 millimeters. So how does this sound? Okay. The bass is more like a wide stage. The general sound is like a white stage, and but not so tall. So the bass is coming from is covering all this tallness, because it is like the soundstage is almost like flat but wide. So the bass is covering all this area, and the decay is very, very quick. It's a fast transition from here, like from the beginning until I don't know, maybe 200 hertz, something like that, and then it stops like perfectly fine and in the right place. You always can distinguish all the frequencies, and there is no bleed in any of them. So the bass is beautifully done, and it hits really hard, but real quick. So yeah, the mids are a little bit recessed, not too much, just a little bit, even for a V-shaped kind of tuning. And the mids are I mean the treble section and the air section. Oof. There are, a couple of sequences there, but just to be very nitpicky, it is like in the borderline, to be really sibilant. So yeah, it is there on the edge, so V-shaped, good, very nice. Thumpiness and slam in the bass region. The mids are superb. The treble, nice, excellent. I would say they sound like, in the price bracket between $300 and $500. Really awesome. The secret, in my opinion, are the tips, right? The tips. This board is like a medium board. I prefer the medium board size, and even smaller board size, like the KC ear tips, rather than the TRI Clarion ear tips. This hole is really huge, it's big. I always try my earphones with these Clarion tips because of the spacious board it provides or confers the IEM that I am trying, like the enough room to bring the real sound and the real sound signature of the IEMs like they are, with no coloration, with no with any interruption in the process of convey the sound, right? But thanks to these IEMs, I heard I heard the sibilances that my favorite music have. One of my favorite bands out there is Sold Out. It is a Japanese band, rhythm and blues and hip hop. They mix like the Japanese language with the English, very nice. And I used to think, these earphones are sibilant. Then I realized, no, this is how your music sounds, sibilant. These are just like, a kind of mirror or something like that. Like, this can let you know how your music really sounds. So I decided to swap, between those Clarion TRI tips to something with a balance or even narrow board. This is taming a little bit more the sibilance or almost sibilance region up there, in the treble. But in my opinion, it matches perfectly fine with memory foam tips. This is our very common, usual memory foam tips from AliExpress. Nothing too special, but the memory foam fits beautifully with these IEMs, in my opinion, at the very least. The source that I always use is the same. I am like an old school guy, I prefer the MP3s, the smaller ones from back in the 90s and 20s, like 200s to 2000, sorry, excuse me, like smaller MP3 with batteries, AA or AAA, whatever. So this is the Xiaomi M0 Pro. This is nice, a very nice tiny DAP, and it fits, the interaction between the S12 and this is awesome. But I always use this feel like Nokia 1 Mark II, a very old DAC amp, but to me, this is a perfect combination to my ears with any of the IEMs that I normally use. So with the channeling, it sounds even more brightness. Well, not brightness. This app is more like neutral, so it conveys the original sound. But this feel is more warmer in my opinion, and it is the balance between this and this is excellent. So yeah, I do not require anything more to, driving my S12s, with all its potential. However, if you use your laptop or even your mobile phone, I do not recommend it because these could sound like shy and boring. So always provide a good source. Well, yeah, this is my take on this LetShuoer S12. I recommend this IEM to anyone who wants to listen, this technology, the Planar technology, and if you want to know how your music really sound, do you a favor, buy a pair of these and enjoy. Price bracket that I could consider this between $300 and $500. Trust me, this hits way better than its real own price. So yeah, this is my take on this LetShuoer. Have a nice day and enjoy your music.